This is the Raw Championships. This is Scorpio. Eski's with me. Hello, Eski.
I'm still here.
We're getting ready.
We're all still here. 2 hours in.
That's
still
right.
waiting for the first game.
Yeah, we're just about to get started. Let's mix right on through. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if I can get into this core group. Check. There he is. Whisper. And we're almost ready to go with our last game, Eski, or we've got Core taking on Legit, and our last game of the round robins, and then we're into the finals next week.
It's coming to an end very, very quickly. We only have a few weeks of competition left.
It's going to be, yeah, really exciting next week when we've got people playing each other based on their rankings throughout the last couple of weeks. And then we'll be good to go. Chieftain said, "Lol, lol, Midian just planted the bomb." The core team earlier, if you just tuned in, core team earlier took a pop for a game, and we weren't we weren't quite ready for it. So we'll get into it very, very soon. They're at the moment just taking down the pug group who were queuing up for ranked Warzones. So hopefully we can. There you go. Just one, and they're coming back now. So good timing, really. Once I get back in the group, Eski, we might queue up straight away.
Well, I believe Legit is all ready.
I'll make sure they don't take it until you call it, because the other pug group are probably going to queue up again. And then we should be good to go. So here we go. We're just waiting for Core 1 to get back into the. Into the game, and then they will invite me into the team. Looks like they're here now. Guardian's here, so I'm assuming they're all here. Here we go. Guardian said I should have joined with them.
So is Core ready?
Yeah, and we're in the queue. So if you guys want to queue up as well.
We are in the queue.
Alrighty. Just waiting for a pop. Looks like a few people are getting a bit antsy about the times of the games in the chat.
Well, we should announce the new rules since Jack seems to be interested.
What's the new rule? Oh yeah. Yep, you got some approval there from first.
Well, it has to be done. We can't We can't have the games going on.
Yeah, that's right.
Consistently, being constantly delayed.
Yep.
We already have teams have 15 minutes from start time of their match to actually field a team. If they do not have a team within that 15 minutes, then they'll be disqualified for both games.
Yep.
Starting next week, we have a pop. Do you have a pop?
Yep, got a pop.
And starting next week, each team will be allowed one disconnect. Anything beyond that, if a player disconnects, they'll have to play that game out, a player or two down.
Now, just to check, do you have Ancient Hypergates?
Yes, we have Ancient Hypergates.
Sorry, continue.
And if a team accepts a pop without actually checking with the ref beforehand to ensure that that pop is actually the game that they should be taking, they will be disqualified for that round, and the round will be awarded to the team that they left waiting.
Let's have a look at the teams we've got playing tonight. We've got Bob Cows, Fugue, Jack, Guardian, First, Presh, and Take Your Meds for Core 1.
This training exercise simulates the ancient ruins of the planet Selene.
And for legitimately moist, we have Fiora, which is Tom the Narwhal, Seraph, Tinkle, Pari, Jack Boots, Ace Angel, and Ruse.
That's interesting. So Tom the Narwhal's playing on one of his ults. Is Fiora a different spec?
It's the Infiltrationist Shadow.
Okay, all right.
And we have Seraph as a shadow tank, or I believe it's actually a balance tank.
Right, okay, interesting.
So both teams running two shadows, which is different. We also have Celestine, who's away at the moment, so we have Pri as Celestine's fill-in.
Mm-hmm.
And in previous games we've seen Legit dropped at least Ruse down to the right-hand side to go and awe the other's team, but it looks as though the entire team of Legit is going to be dropping left.
Alright, we're away. Let's see what happens. And it looks like Core have gone with the usual strategy. On this side of things, it looks like Pressure's racing over to take their node, and the rest of them have just gone straight into mid. Jack seems to be hanging back a little bit there. Fugue coming in last. And Ruse straight away jumping into the pack. We saw this last week from Ruse.
As both teams seem to have capped at the same time, we actually had Guardian looking like he was going for the ore strategy, but Fiora managed to force speed in and actually sap him before he got the ore off.
So,
and he held Guardian out of the combat for a good 16 seconds there. I don't think he actually used his breaker.
We've had no kills yet going down. It's 75 apiece. So Legit doing a good job of holding off here. Ruse is doing Fiora doing a good job of staying alive, surrounded by Fugue, Take Your Meds, and Bob Cows there. How are you going out on that side?
Fiora was actually on low health, but they were focusing down first. First managed to get back and get healed up, and they've actually now looks like they've changed their focus to Jack, and they're going heavily onto Jack. Now we're seeing Fugue, or Fudge as we prefer to call him, going after Tinkle. Tinkle getting out of there. Jack Boots finally goes down, so we've had the first kill to Core. But it doesn't look like anyone else is going to be going down anytime soon. The heals from Tinkle and Pri are quite strong at the moment, and we have Ruse guarding Tinkle. Looks like Ruse has now actually left Tinkle to hang high and dry, with First trying to attack him. First has actually now decided to leave Tinkle, as looks like he's going off to focus. He's actually turning around and now going back to focus Tinkle. I'm not sure if I agree with that. It looks as though there may have been a call from the Core team's TeamSpeak, and it looks like First was going to follow it, but realised that he didn't. Whoever it was either pulled out of there or just wasn't accessible and just decided to turn around and go after Tinkle. Now we have Guardian going after Ruse. It's a Guardian fight. Pri actually goes down to First just then.
It's been all Core with their 2 kills, so 3 kills so far, 84 to 75. So that's
4 kills as Jack Boots goes down. Fiora and Pri rejoining the fight. Ace Angel on very low health at the moment. And same with Tinkle. Tinkle goes down.
90 to 75 in favour of Core, so a few late kills for them in that game. The sound in this thing is really loud, so I might just turn it down a fraction because I think the sound might be a fraction too loud. So apologies everyone, I'm just going to quickly jump into the preferences and turn the sound down while we've got a moment.
All clear. Go for the pylon.
Crazy loud. Okay, there we go. So we're back into it now, and straight away Ruse is going to go down. I think First and Guardian all over him there, and Fugue jumps
Tree goes down, Roots goes down. Looks like Jack Boots and Ace Angel and Fiora are in mid, but they're completely outnumbered by Core at the moment. They're not going to do any damage. They're going, looks like Jack Boots and Ace Angel are going after first, but and Fiora's just trying to get out of there.
Yeah, and Core doing all the damage here now. They're getting points for these kills, but 188 to 150, so Core with the late grab on the pylon doesn't really matter because they're now 192 to 150, so the kills definitely now massively in favour with Core, you would have to say. They've broken up Legit here. You can see that Legit are just a little bit all over the shop.
Now, I don't agree with what Fiora's doing at the moment. He's just kind of force-fed into mid and he's now running out. He's hibernating. It looks like he's going after Take Your Meds, and Bobcal's trying to and get a stun off on them, but it didn't quite go. He didn't quite go quite well. He managed to get a Cybernade, which stunned them for a few seconds, but they didn't capitalize. They weren't able to capitalize on having the healers taken out of the equation for albeit such a short amount of time.
Puri, Tinkle at the back there trying to heal for Legit, and they've moved inside, but it does look like Core still have that ascendancy. It's now 200 to 150, so I wonder if maybe 50 points difference. That's not too bad. It's okay, but it's certainly not as bad as I thought it was.
Now it looks like as though they're going after. We see Ace Angel, and it looks as though it's Jack Boots going after Take Your Meds, and they're really focusing down Take Your Meds. He's on very, very low health, and he's trying to heal himself through it. Bobcal's trying to throw in some heals as well. But we've got Ace Angel, Jack Boots, now Ruse has joined in the fight, but Take Your Meds looks like he's been healed up by Bobcal. And is back to full health, and the pressure that was on Take Your Meds is now shifted over to Jack, with Jack Boots on very, very low health, and it looks as though Legit are actually having to pull back a bit, but as I say that, we have Fiora and Ace Angel going back after Bobcal and Take Your Meds around the back.
Yeah, interesting, 204 to 150, so only one more kill from about halfway in that match in favour of Core, so Legit managing to pull things back together a little bit, but definitely Core with the strategy that they're employing is helping them more than it's helping Legit at this point. What are your thoughts on how they're going about it? Presh just got smashed out in the middle there, so he's going to have to pop down from the top.
Looks as though Core are playing their game and Legit are really trying to adapt to Core's game.
Yeah. And
we've seen in the past, Legit are quite capable of playing their own game.
Yeah.
The enemy has one pylon.
And as we're seeing, we have Fiora and Ace Angel really going after. Really going after Take Your Meds and Bobcals.
First just took down Tinkle, I should add. So that's
and Tinkle's trying to get in there to actually heal them, but because they were just so far back,
he got taken down, just smashed by First.
Now it's just Ruse and Ace Angel left alone in mid. Ruse goes down, Ace Angel's about to go down any second now.
Yep. And there you go, Jack is unbeatable. So look at that, 348 to 225. I mean, it's tough.
We actually had a Guardian going for an orb then. This is something new from Core.
Just something to do while they were waiting for from the respawn. And you can
while
see
this is all going on, we actually have Seraph and Fiora, the two shadows, heading off to the eastern node. So I'm going to go over there and check that out.
Yeah, I might head over there as well and have a look. That could be probably a little interesting to see how this travels for them.
It looks as though they're now searching for Presh and possibly Fugue, who's out there.
Yeah, it is. You got it. It's Fugue and Presh. So a little 2-on-2 here. Seraph and Presh going at it in a 1-on-1. You would think that Presh is going to get the advantage here. In fact, you think he's probably going to take down Seraph any second.
Seraph actually uses, has managed to bring Presh out of, managed to bring Core, sorry, I'll get it at Fudge. out of combat, and Fiora actually stealthed and is just hiding away. He's actually heading back towards mid by the looks of it.
Probably a wise move, because those two there are all over it, and we just missed it.
It's double cap.
Yeah, unfortunately we were at the wrong side. Gosh, it's hard to watch all the sides when you don't have a spectator mode, but we're trying our best. So we've got a double cap from Core here. That's tough.
And it looks as though Core just completely they pushed up there. Just with pure brute strength. There was no stealthing involved, and Jackboots 1 second too late. 1 second too late on the cap there.
And I think they knew that as well. That's why they didn't try to stop him. They knew the time was on their side. Gosh, this is tough for Legit. It's a trial by fire against Core's Group 1 in a game where they've dominated every single one of these we've seen. It's been pretty straight shooting for Core 1 in their ancient Hypergate maps, and all they've got to do here is pull together 88 points, and that's it.
And given that it doesn't look as though Legit have actually managed to gain a single kill.
Yeah, 231. Yeah, it looks. It's been. Wow, it's been a curb stomping in Ancient Hypergate by Core 1 over Legit. I mean, First and Jack with support from Take Your Meds and Guardian here, and then Presh and Fugue over holding the node. Bobcow's doing his thing out the back as well. They've been solid in this game, haven't they?
Completely solid.
I think hats off to First. I mean, we seem to say that every week from this team, but also Meds has had a good game, and he's been focused a lot by Legit, and he's still managed to get away every now and then and stop them from getting those kills. So you would think that Meds has had a pretty good game for Core, and I'm sure when we look at the stats, we'll see that Bobcow's had a great game as well. First looks like he's going to go down. This might be. Oh no, he's got some heals there. He's still alive. First,
he's sitting on 17%. Now it's gradually going back up. Is being healed by, I believe, it's Bobcow.
Bobcow, yeah, out the back. Gee, it's been strong team showing from Core, hasn't it? As they get forced out here by Legit, but gee, you'd think that Meds, First, and Jack have had a pretty good game. Who have you liked from the Legit side of things? I think Ruse from the very get-go had a good game, and Jackboots has tried his hardest. But who have you liked?
Fiora, he's been just absolutely beast, gone into beast mode, following after Take Your Meds, just constantly on him without fail. I've also liked Tinkle, as usual. Tinkle's just been an absolutely fantastic healer.
Yeah, he's been focused a lot this game.
The thing to note here is Tinkle, probably one of the very, very few healers, or if not the only Sage healer or Source healer in this tournament who doesn't actually play Bubble Stun.
Yeah, and you can see, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. We're just talking about Tinkle, and even though he went down a couple of times, 3 times, 755,000 heals, most on the park. Second there was Meds, who, Meds had a good game, but gee, it's hard to go past the top two there, isn't it? I mean, Fugue defended so well when we were over there and saw that, and clearly had an influential game. But Jack, outstanding, 500,000 DPS, First in there as well with 670. We expect that from First, and Jack had a pretty good game with 50,000 protection as well. What were your thoughts, Eski, on how do we call an MVP from this match? Because it was just a solid team game.
If I had to vote for anyone from Core, I'd say it'd have to go to First. He was all over Tinkle for a lot of that game.
Yeah, and it feels silly because we seem to be calling First's name for MVP almost every week, but it's hard to go past him, isn't it? I mean, he just stands out. So that's another MVP to first. I mean, you can't really argue with that, can you? It's hard to argue with it. So Core take the first game over Legit. We're going to do a swap. I'll jump onto Legit's side of things, and if you want to team up with Core for this game, that'd be great, Eski. Oh, that was big, wasn't it? That was a big win first up. Core just laying down the law, really, weren't they?
Oh, definitely. That's a. You'd think that was a demoralizing win for Legit there.
Yeah, it's hard to know what else to say, because they just oh, I just got kicked from the group. That's nice. Excellent. Thanks, guys.
Well, I'm already in their group, so.
Okay. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing?
You're wanting Tinkle.
I was typing in the wrong chat. That's what I was doing. I am wanting Tinkle.
Everyone wants Tinkle.
That's right. It's got nothing to do with the game. It's got to do with... Oh, we've lost a player by the looks of it.
Who did they lose?
Nope, they've swapped out. Tom the Narwhal's joined in. So we've got Tom the Narwhal.
He's gotten off Fiora, his Shadow, and
Yep.
has gone over to his... I should know this, Sentinel.
This is it, and we're just we're in the queue. I'm assuming you guys are in the queue as well.
We are now.
Oh,
I think Core are being very, very cautious after... Oh, they're not ready yet.
Oh, are you not ready? What's going on? What's going on?
I'm trying to find out. Oh no, they've requeued.
Okay, we're jumping in the queue now as well. We're in the queue. We're just waiting to see if we get our game. I think we'd all like to see a hut ball. It is one of the favourites, isn't it?
Everyone loves a good hut ball, because we've seen so many close games on hut ball.
It's true. They're always good games, hut ball games. They're always entertaining. Good fun. Alright, well, we'll just wait for this to pop. And then we'll be able to smash through it. Pop!
Now we have a pop. Do you have a pop?
Yep, take it. And it is... Ah!
It's a civil war.
It's a civil war.
I would have to say I think this favors Core, because they're just going they're still running 2 Shadows, and their DPS should be able to solidify mid.
Yeah, I mean... Gosh,
And
this
if they
is
can't
tough.
solidify mid, they still have the option of either Fugue or Presh going over to the other node.
Alright, let's see how this goes. 1 minute and 20 seconds.
I think it's just on paper, Core's team at the moment for this map has more utility than that of Legit's.
Yeah,
which I think is just it's an unfortunate role for Legit, but you got to play what you dealt.
That's right. I mean that's the nature of the beast, isn't it? It's a random thing. It's not something we can pre-program. And if we could,
This is a clean live fire competition.
Gee, yeah.
No shenanigans on my watch. You have been divided into
But
2 teams.
Legit has
Laser
surprised
Squad
us in
and
the
Striker
past,
Squad
and
will
let's
face
see.
off for control of the planetary cannon facility.
Well, we just got to see what they can do here. If they can pick themselves up and go, okay, We got knocked back in that game. We're going to try some different strategies here. We're not going to play the core game. We're not going to play into their strategy. We're going to do our own thing. And that's when Legit have played their best, is when they've done their own thing.
Slice each turret's targeting console to take the weapon. Use the turrets to neutralize the enemy dropship. Destroy their vessel, and you win the simulation.
Alright. 10 seconds, and then we're into this thing. It's game 2. Core 1 playing Legit. Core took the first game of Ancient Hypergates. Legit need this to take it to a third game.
The deployment
Can they do it?
ready.
Let's see what happens.
Strap in. Aldrin simulation engaged. Make the Republic proud.
And it looks like...
we have Transcendence straight off the bat. Looks as though Jack and Pressure heading off to Snow at the moment, so they're looking like they're going to try and head off Seraph, who's
but Tom the Narwhal's
gone out there. But Tom the Narwhal's gone for the intercept. He's
Tinkle.
actually been... he actually awed Jack. Jack used his breaker. Tom the Narwhal trying to slow him down, but Jack's now on full resolve and up and running. Now it's Tom the Narwhal versus Jack in a one-on-one. It looks as though Jack is actually getting the better of it, as Tom the Narwhal's been stunned.
Yeah, Meds is going to cap here. He just got stopped at the very last second. He was almost there, and it looks like Ace Angel was the one that stopped Meds from capping there.
And over at Snow, we now have Tinkle, who's joined in the fight. Jack has actually gone down. It's now Presh up against Seraph, Tom the Narwhal, and Tinkle. Tinkle's sitting on half health as Seraph pulls Presh off of Tinkle, is using telekinetic throw on Presh. Presh is on very, very low health at the moment.
Meds is capping here, and Jack Boots runs around with Ruse in support. Ace Angel's there as well. And it's interesting, Pari has just been standing back by the side here and just free casting heals the whole time.
Firing.
It looks as though Seraph has now gone into guard mode after capping Snow finally.
And Legit doing a good work of pushing Core back here. They've got Tinkle and Pari just sitting out the back and free casting, basically. First is coming in now to try and take them down, put some pressure on, but Jack Boots is there to stop him. Looks like Presh and Jack have raced in now as well, and they're going after Tinkle with vengeance.
And it looks as though Take Your Meds is actually... he may be bugged out for me at the moment. I think he's location bugged, so I'm seeing him lying down. That's why I'm not getting a good look at him. But it looks as though he's going after the cap gets interrupted by... It looked as though that was Ace Angel. It's a bit chaotic around the node at the moment. A lot of taunts going down. Ruse now Guardian leaping to Tinkle to try and protect him a bit more.
Caps going down around the back. Is that Meds
Fresh
again?
going after Tinkle. Tom the Narwhal goes in, oars, and manages to pick up Take Your Meds, both Take Your Meds and Bobcow. Looked as though they both used their breakers just then to get out of that. They're both sitting on half resolve.
Yeah, Legit got pushed back then, but they just did enough to not only stay in the game, but to stop Core from getting that cap down. Meds has been trying to cap it desperately through this whole game, and even now when all this action's happening down here, Tom the Narwhal and Jack Boots are just hanging around the node, making sure that Meds can't get that cap off. He's going to try now. You'll see Jack Boots or Ace Angel run in and stop him, and there it is there, Ace Angel, straight away pushing Meds out of the way, and now racing back to help Tinkle out, who's being focused by Jack.
And we're seeing very, very good play from Tom the Narwhal at the moment. He's just strategically leaping in, but we have Take Your Meds going for the cap. Tom the Narwhal interrupts it. He actually gets CC. He's now on full resolve. He's going after Take Your Meds. That stun bubble of Take Your Meds is going to have absolutely no effect on it. It's not going to slow down Tom the Narwhal at all, but Take Your Meds is actually being healed up by Bobcow, so I don't think he has that much to worry about. Ace Angel now jumps in, so maybe he does have something to worry about. He's only on 21% health. It looks as though his Blade Storm goes down. He's on very, very low. Take Your Meds is very, very low health at the moment.
Ace Angel full health.
Ace Angel ores absolutely nothing around the node.
Yeah.
And the Cybernade goes down. Take Your Meds and... that was Bobcow's Cybernade taking out Tom the Narwhal, and Ace Angel.
Yeah, and Bob Cows, as you were calling that, just standing back and healing meds, getting it right. As soon as you said, oh, he's at like 10% health, and then suddenly he was back at 100%. So Bob Cows basically running around the back unabated at the moment. It looks like Tom the Narwhal and Ace Angel are trying to hurt him, but Jack is out there lending a hand.
Now, Take Your Meds has put a stun bubble on me. I'm just going to run around the corner to pop it, so it doesn't interfere with the game at all. All goes down. Looks like so Ace Angel doesn't have his breaker, and he's not going to use it because he doesn't actually have full resolve at the moment. And very, very smartly, the coordination from Core's team so good that they're making sure they know exactly who is being mezzed and know exactly not to go after that person.
It's it's a
That's
really
what sets them apart from teams such as Strike Team, where we saw them hitting ores, then just going straight after the person that they just awed, and all they've done is just fill up their resolve bar.
Presh just takes down Tinkle then, so the pressure is going to be on for Puri to do the healing here, but it looks like Puri's going to go down as well, unless Tinkle can get back pretty quickly, but I don't think that's going to happen. Puri trying to heal him or herself there, and keep the team up as well, because Ruse goes down just as I say it. So Puri seems to be okay, but the team is getting done. Ace Angel and Tom the Narwhal around the back, making sure that Meds cannot get that cap off. But you've got to look at the score here, and because it took Legit so long to get their own node, even if this goes the whole game without mid being taken, they're going to lose based on the points decision. Core are going to get there first because they got their node out.
It was the interrupt by Presh and Jack running out to Snow, but just bought them 2 ticks.
Yep, and that's all they need. Puri still alive, even though there was Jack and Presh going after him there. Tinkle's back in the mix, so that's going to help out a lot. Tinkle trying to keep Puri up. Nope, too bad, too late. Puri goes down, and we're down to 1 healer in Tinkle. Tinkle goes down, there are no healers for Legit, and this is the time for Core now. There are no healers in the park. If they can get away, wait for Meds to run in and try and cap this, because now is the time. Puri is
There
back.
he goes.
Yep, Puri is going to run back.
But Tom the Narwhal's in there. He's managed to get off the ore, takes Take Your Meds and Bobcat out of the equation. But Tom the Narwhal looks like as though he's on. I actually have Ace Angel selected. He was on Ace Angel was on very, very low health, and finally got healed up. Take Your Meds going back for the cap. Tinkle's actually hiding around behind a pillar.
Oh, that was close.
He gets interrupted by Jack Boots just then. Tom the Narwhal leaps onto him. Tom the Narwhal, full resolve, is actually getting off his Master Strike and absolutely copying absolutely nothing in return for it.
Has anyone from Core gone down? It doesn't look like it.
Jack has gone down a couple of times, I think.
Okay, well that's probably good for Legit to be able to know that they can take down their Core's prime DPS players in Jack and possibly first as well. Meds is trying to do that cap again. He's been persistent all game with that.
But we have Tom the Narwhal yet again on Take Your Meds, just non-stop. This is this is great play by Legit, just having at least one person dedicated to just going after the healers.
Yeah.
Of,
and if it hasn't
Core.
been Tom, it's been Ace Angel. They've been rotating through that and doing a really good job at it as well.
And at the moment, it looks as though we're going to have a bit of a stalemate at mid, even though Core have been able to take out both Tinkle and Puri. The tanking from Ruse and the guards from Ruse and the taunts from Ruse have been able just to have been enough to just keep the players from Legit up until Puri and Tinkle get back into the game.
Yeah, and Puri now running around. Tom the Narwhal and Ruse trying to stop Meds from doing that cap. Puri hanging out the back by this this ledge here, just trying to free cast like he was earlier, and it's just manic here at mid. We've not seen any stealth play from Legit. They've just been focused on trying to get mid, even though they haven't had a cap attempt. They're just persisting at mid, and even though they've not been able to take it, they've managed to hold off Core from taking it, which I'm sure has done wonders for their own confidence.
Well, again, we have Tom the Narwhal just all over Take Your Meds and Bob Cow. He's just unrelenting.
Yeah, he's gone down though, so it's going to be up to Ace Angel and Jack Boots to stop this cap from Meds. And you can see Ace Angel actually just leaping onto Meds there and just knocking him back, keeping him away from the pylon.
We have looks like he's been stunned. I don't think he has his breaker up.
Enemy is unbeatable.
Jack Boots is going to go down, Fuse takes him
Enemy is
out.
unbeatable.
We have Ace Angel on Take Your Meds at the moment using 4 stasis. Looks like Ace Angel's going for the Smash Bomb at the moment. Actually used his interrupt to stop Take Your Meds from getting off a big heal on himself.
Who's sitting at grass for core?
We have Fugue over at grass.
I think we need to just take a moment to say good on you, Fugue, for sitting back and doing the team thing and just holding grass. That's sometimes that can be a really shit role, particularly when you want to get involved in the mess of things. But it needs to be done. So Fugue, congratulations.
It's a thankless task
Yeah,
that
that's
the
right.
stealth classes,
And Seraph for legit as well.
namely
as
the Shadow,
Yeah, Seraph.
get assigned,
Yeah.
and come 2.0 it'll likely be the gunslingers who get assigned that task because they get they're going to have amazing stealth detect once they sit in cover.
Yep. So fantastic work to both Seraph and Fugue for doing the team thing. Great work to both those players.
Striker squad, your ship is taking heavy fire.
And again, looks as though Core managed to gain some measure of control over mid, but we have again the moment Taking Meds goes up to the node, Tom the Narwhal leaps in, hits his ore.
Meds is capping once again. Looks like Tom's not going to get around there. Ace Angel. It's Ace Angel. And Tom is
And
there
Tom
now.
reappears and interrupts that cap yet again.
Yeah, it's just been relentless from legit. They're just refusing to let Core take that node. Oh, and now we have Seraph has actually left Snow and gone over, and it's going to be Seraph playing against Fugue over at Grass. Grass, and I'm going to have a look at this, and it looks like
Strong
Seraph's
offensive,
got
Striker squad.
full resolve,
The enemy
and
is
he's going to
taking
try and
fire.
cap. And now Fugue comes in, and someone else is there. They've already called it, and it looks like I can't see who that is. It's Fugue and Presh. Presh has come in for support for Fugue, and they're going to deal with Seraph pretty quickly here, you would imagine.
Well, over at Snow we actually have Jack Boots and just moving a bit closer, Ace Angel up against Jack.
So it's even
And Jack
numbers.
is going down. Jack is going down very, very quickly. In fact, it looks as though they've rotated. Legit have rotated out Seraph, replaced him with Jack Boots.
Yep.
Jack Boots took virtually no damage during that encounter as Ace Angel leapt into the rescue, and the two of them just absolutely decimated Jack.
Yeah, and Ace Angel runs back to mid, as does Presh. They're both back straight away, straight into the action, and Jack has raced back to mid as well. And it's back to where we were about 5 minutes ago.
We've still no cap. This is one of those long games that we've said we've seen, where two amazing teams have gone up against each other on Civil War. It always ends up being some form of stalemate at mid, with Taking Meds again going for the plan. As I say that, it doesn't look as though there's anyone from legit in the area to interrupt it. Ruse interrupted it that time, but
Meds is going to get it. Oh,
looks
that was
like it's
close.
going to go down. No,
Tom the Narwhal.
well, yet again.
Oh man, he's had a great game for legit. He has played so well, along with Ace Angel, in keeping Meds from getting that cap. Just when you think he's going to get it, there's Tom, just out of nowhere, leaping in to take it away from them. Great work.
I think this game has been very much a story of Tom the Narwhal and the cap interrupting.
Yeah, it's been Ace Angel and Tom the Narwhal versus Meds. who can get there first to stop him, really. You've seen Ruse a couple of times leap in there, but it's mainly been those two rotating through. And here we are again. Pari and Tinkle out the back. First is trying to take down Tinkle. Pari's there in support, lending a few heals to keep him up and going.
And we have Taking Meds going again for the node cap. It looks as though
He might get it this time.
number of stunts gone down though.
Tinkle
It looks
was
as
there.
though Tinkle ran in and used his knockback.
Yep, it was Tinkle that time.
Tinkle to the rescue.
I'm just trying to stay out of the line of fire here.
And Tom the Narwhal and Ace Angel are actually doing a very, very good job of attacking Take Your Meds at the moment. We have Guardian switching guard over to Take Your Meds, and it looks as though this is probably the best time for Tom the Narwhal to let off, especially since
We got
his
another stealth
overextended is now being focused down by Guardian, and Jack uses his little 4-second stealth, but
Seraph
Tom the
over
Narwhal
at grass.
goes down.
Seraph over at grass once again. I think he might actually be even stealthed over here. I can't see him. Yeah, he's up the back. So he's just hanging around, just checking out to see who's over there and whether or not he can take it. Is there anyone in support over there? Oh, and there it goes. Meds gets it. We missed it, but Meds got it. I mean, he was going to get it eventually, wasn't he?
Finally, it goes down. I think it was simply because Tom the Narwhal had actually just been recently taken out, and Med's there flexing at mid as he just after capping it, and immediately we see Legit sending a number of players off to grass.
Yeah, and Tom the Narwhal's capping grass, except there's someone in stealth there. I'm guessing it's Fugue. Seraph's there. He's trying to do his thing. We're going to see.
And Pressure's already almost there, and
players
Bobcal's
rushing in.
there.
Yeah, players going to rush in any second now. Tom the Narwhal trying to do his thing, and he's been hit yet again. Full resolve. Seraph's going to have to pop. Pressure's going to have to pop out and do his thing. Seraph not. Oh, there was 3 of them there, all stealth. Wow. Fugue, Bobcals. Yeah.
And Fresh.
Enemy is invincible.
Poor Seraph and Tom the Narwhal.
Yeah.
Not much there isn't a lot they can
Enemy
do
is
up against
invincible.
that much damage. And
No.
plus the
Shields
heals.
failing, Striker
Yeah,
Squad.
it was too.
Capture the
I mean,
weapon.
just as we were saying,
Your
where's the
ship will be
support for
lost.
Seraph? Out pops Presh and Bobcals. I mean, Cora just don't underestimate them because they're quick. They are very, very quick.
Well, they pop Predate Transcendence as it is. It's
Yep.
their Republic to get Bobcal over there quicker.
And good thing they did too.
Enemy
Good thing
is
they did.
unbeatable.
And as all this is going on, we actually have, I believe it's First over at Snow, taking on, I think he was taking on Jack Boots. First actually goes down. Jack Boots seems to have gotten the better of that fight as Seraph rejoins Snow to take over the Guardian.
Yeah, Ace Angel's there as well, so they've got probably a little too many over there, but at 50 to 140, I'm not sure they're too worried about it. Ruse, Tinkle, Tom the Narwhal up against Jack, Guardian, Presh, and Take Your Meds. You'd have to say that Presh and Fugue had a really good game. Hats off to Fugue and Seraph for sitting, and Jack Boots as well for sitting at the node when they needed to for their respective teams.
Oh, definitely. Player of the match may even be. You may even have to give it to Tom the Narwhal.
I don't know that you could though, because Meds was so consistent and he got them that node in the end. It's tough.
It'd be between those two.
Yeah, it would be. Let's have a look at the scores and see what happens. See if Meds managed to contribute with his healing, because that'll tip him over the edge for me. Otherwise, I think you're right. Otherwise, Tom the Narwhal had a really good game. Meds 700,000 heals and still managed to cap it and was there the whole game. You'd have to give it to Meds. He played such a good team game.
Now, if you have a look at the heals from Legit, we have Tinkle with 971,000 and Puri with 887,000.
Yeah.
I think that's more indicative of the amount of damage that
Yeah.
Legit was taking throughout the whole game.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, Tinkle took 424,000 damage, and Puri took 387. I mean, it was a tough game for them. Ruse took 511 and did 500,000 protection as well, so that's outstanding work. I mean, both teams played great games, but Meds was just all over mid, wasn't he? And to do 700,000 heals amongst that is great.
Especially all being focused down by Tom the Narwhal and Ace Angel.
Yeah. So, call one, take it 2-0 over Legit. And that is the end of that chapter. That is the end of our round robins matches I am thoroughly exhausted. We've gone almost an hour overtime, 45 minutes overtime, and Eski, it's been it's been something else, hasn't it?
It's been one hell of a journey tonight.
It certainly has. But we're going to be back Monday, 8:30 p.m. AEDT next week for the first finals match, and then we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to play the play-out music, and we're gonna and that's that, Eski.
See you guys next week.
We'll see you next week. This is Scorpio. Eski's with me. Raw Championships. Live on Twitch. Catch us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. Do all that kind of crazy stuff. ZeroPing.com.